Hey there, hope everyone's doing well. We're going to receive some messages today from the Most High, working with my guides, my ancestors, and some ascended masters. Okay, so if you'd like to stick around, please do so. Please take a deep breath in, releasing what no longer serves you. We're connecting with the intention to provide clarity and insight, okay? This is for your highest and greatest good if this found you. And if it doesn't resonate, then leave it. We are surrounded in divine love, and so it is. Ask your higher self if this is for you or not. Okay, so let me just get a feel here. I've already shuffled. All right, let's see. Messages for the highest and greatest good. All right, we're using the Gateway of Light activation deck. So let's get a couple cards out first before we get going. Okay, so we have Sacred Inner Space. This is really talking about the sacral chakra, the sensuality, your tenderness, as well as the chamber of the violet flame. So this is really talking about like karmic release at this time. There's a lot of transmutation happening and transformation. Okay, and then we also have the Temple of Truth, where I feel like there's a lot of truths being revealed. This is also you speaking your authentic truth. Throat chakra activation, authenticity, and self-expression. This could be opening like a portal. I'm also getting, there could be truth about past civilizations that has also been hidden from us. There is some sort of reference to the Anunnaki and the light codes. I feel like there is going to be like an energetic shift. In fact, I took notes on this. It says the shifts are here and more will be revealed. There are boundaries needed, specifically calling out false idols, narratives, propaganda, as what these are, and it's okay to not align with these. Instead of judging these as good or evil, observe and move along and don't align. What if there is more needed in order to move along? They said, take the first step and consciously choose. This is about our free will choice, okay? And whether we choose to ascend or not. There is a lot of energetic clearing happening at this time. This is about rewriting your story and living your truth. All right, again, having the free will choice here. I feel like there's a lot of support from the ancestral realm. I feel like there has been a suppression of memories, access to information. I feel like this is what is going to be turned around. I feel like there's going to be things that are unlocked. Key codes, light codes, activations that are going to provide access to this information so that there is this like gateway that's opened so that we are able to spiritually accelerate with progress and apply new technologies or ancient technologies for the purpose of our own acceleration. So this is like unlocking key information, key knowledge and wisdom. I'm also getting like there's this also voice activation that's playing out, like an angelic attunement, as well as divine support. So there's like divine support when it comes to the evolution and acceleration of Earth and the beings on Earth. There's a lot happening here when it comes to like karmic releasing and radical transformation, the whole process of energetic cleansing and clearing. I feel like the violet flame here is the recommended tool. Sorry, my son just brought this to me. He is 16 and he just made the most beautiful breakfast. Isn't that sweet? What a beautiful gift. I feel like there's abundance everywhere, okay, for everybody, okay? I feel like the powers that have wanted to manipulate and control that, I feel like that is where things are being shifted. All right, so I thought I'd touch upon the violet flame a little bit. So this is for the purpose of radical transformation. The violet flame is a spiritual retreat space that holds a powerful energy of transformation and transmutation. It can be visited in meditation and invoked through prayer and affirmation. Spiritually, it is seen with a chamber, often as a giant roaring flame, and sometimes with silver and gold shining through the violet. When we connect with the violet flame, we are being given the opportunity to detach from lower vibrational energies and experiences and turn darkness into light. Ultimately, this is the gateway of alchemy. Alchemy is the art of turning lead into gold, and some from an energetic perspective. The violet flame is where we place all that is leaden and heavy in our life and turn it into a golden opportunity. One of the ways that you can work with the violet flame is to visualize the violet flame light streaming down from the heavens, washing over your entire life, and setting the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. So when you receive this kind of a card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides through me. They are encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know that the hand of the divine is leading the way. There is divine support with all of this. Okay. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all of the energies that are no longer serving you. The violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Call in the strongest form of love. You know, and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You are an alchemist with the capacity to take all the leaden aspects of your life and turn them into golden opportunities. You can align your life with the divine plan now and live in a more purposeful way. And so it is and will be. Thank you, Saint Germain. Okay, beautiful. All right, so I feel like there's a major tool that we're all being asked to work with. And it's through our intentions. It's through our own energetic connection and our mindset and the inspired action that we take with our mind. Okay, so this is a way of kind of cleansing, okay, clearing what no longer serves us so that we can be back in our light energy. Okay, is there anything else with this deck? All right, thank you. Okay, so what's next is the Starseed Oracle deck. I'm being called, I was called to pick specific decks today. So I have the Gateway of Light, the Starseed Oracle deck, the Divine Masters deck. We just worked on this message with Saint Germain. I have the Archangel Sword of Light deck, and I also have my Angel Tarot deck. Okay, that is what we're being guided with today. All right. I wrote this little sticky, okay, and it says rise and shine, Transformers. For some reason I'm supposed to point that out, and it's got a little sun on it. My doodles. I feel like there's something that requires a higher perspective, something that is big thinking, bigger plan playing out. So there might be some pause at this time. Things are still being woven. So if you're feeling like you're anxious, you're like, I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like I should be doing something, or I feel like I should be experiencing something, or when is this going to happen? I feel like there's a lot of anticipation. So I feel like they just want you to kind of focus on what is directly in front of you. Okay, not what's to come. They want you to focus on the now. So just be patient with the process. Yeah, it says earth pulsing. Okay, this is the pulse of the mother, slowing down and taking time in nature. Okay, so I feel like this also is saying going out in nature is a great place to connect and transmute energy. Okay, the process of alchemy. I feel like this is again grounding whatever the energy is into Mother Earth, but while doing so, you know, having the intention that Mother Earth, the energy that she's receiving is love, okay? So that energy has a divine purpose, okay? So grounding your energy that you're transmuting through alchemy into love from Mother Earth. It also contributes to that. I feel like it creates a ripple effect for that. There is this great severing. There is this softening to love, and you know, sometimes in order to soften to love, there's the process, like the Mars energy, anger, conflict, and then there is this like coming together as one energy. I'm getting like self-expression, softening to love, and realizing that like everybody has a story to tell, everybody has a truth, like everybody is valid, you know. It's not just, I just saw the Seven Sisters, so that's like Palladian energy. All right, so the Great Severing. All right, what about this energetic shift here? Can you give us some information on that? You jump in, adventure, say yes to change, and also it's like, see that big eye? It's like the veil is thin, like seeing through the illusions, having clarity, right? Clear seeing, clear knowing, clear sensing. I feel like this is like an increase in spiritual connectedness, oneness. This is like unity consciousness, Andromedan energy. Okay, so there's an end of a cycle and something new is coming in, and they're saying say yes to change, okay? Whatever that is. There is something that's opening up as a result of this. A portal, actually. Doors are opening. You decide. You have free will choice, like wild card, on which direction to take. Regardless of the directions, you will be rewarded. This is a reward as a result of like a karmic board decision here. Or maybe you've been working hard on like releasing your karmic debt, and you've done that. And as a result of that, you are free and clear. And so this is like the Ascension portal, right? Like you're able to walk through this as a result of your karmic clearing. Live your truth, rewrite your story, energetic clearing. Yeah, so what you came here to do, part of your incarnation, your agreement, is to go through lessons that are either carried over from other experiences or ancestral. I feel like this is kind of, you know, the contract, right? And then once you get through what you need to get through and you're free and clear, there is this clearing, this energetic shift, this transmutation. I feel like, again, like Rise and Shine Transformers is relevant here. I feel like this speaks to the fact that like you are part of a mission here when it comes to the ascension process. I feel like you have been through the process. So that should resonate for most of you that come to my channel. You are on the ascension process. And there's various steps. Okay, so some of the steps are just closing out a karmic cycle, which we've got 2 cards on here, and understanding that like energetically how important it is that you ground and stabilize and have some sort of solid, secure, grounded energy about you. Okay, there is like maybe some sort of defenselessness. Maybe there's even righting past wrongs, maybe even uprooting. Okay, I feel like this could be for the purpose of your acceleration, your progress. Okay, learning from past mistakes. I feel like all paths lead to home. I feel like, you know, this kind of connection, right? Energetic. This is like an energetic grid, a portal, a gateway, something to that effect. I feel like there is inner authority, intuition. I feel like there's this beautiful process unfolding. I feel like learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. All right. So I feel like this is you kind of like carving your own path, following your own direction, listening to guidance. Like I feel like you're meant to go somewhere and create something, for you to follow, okay? I feel like you're not meant to follow others. I feel like you're creating the path here. And I feel like, again, this is information, this is guidance, this is ancient technology, this is for spiritual acceleration, and it's like you're bringing this here on earth, but you're not of earth, okay? So there's some sort of like angelic support here that you bring to the table in one way, shape, or form. Some of you may feel like this is a little hard to grasp, but I feel like at some point in your process, you've had some epiphanies, you've had some like aha moments. This is you remembering that you have a soul plan here. It's like you have ascended off of the fated life experience, which is the karmic lessons and the contracts. And now it's about what you came here to do as part of your purpose. So you've like ascended from the south node into the north node, okay? And so this is like, you're like, what is, what's the prophecy? What's the plan? Like, how can I align with what is meant for me in this moment? Like, you are the portal, okay? This is representing that. So that's beautiful energy. Is that it with this deck? No? Okay, you want to keep going? Okay. Let's see, what else do they want to say? Okay. There might have been some codependency and boundaries that are part of the process here that you might be cleansing from. This also can represent like Hadarian energy. This also can represent like you're the one that should be giving you the love that you deserve first and foremost. And then, there might have been, past ancestral cycles that you have worked through the dynamics of, and those relationships are rooted in like codependency and lack of boundaries, maybe even like some people pleasing and things like that. I feel like, this is something that you have helped your generations with. Again, big picture thinking. I was picking that up in the beginning. Palladian energy. I feel like there also can be like energy that's being shared with you from your ancestors to help you with what you're meant to create here. There is this big thinking. There is this visionary energy. There is like having inspired ideas. Okay. So it's like you have the ancestral support for your inspired ideas. Don't worry too much about what other people think, okay? Because I feel like you're having to, work on that self-concept, okay? Because you're meant to do things different. You're meant to be different, okay? So if you have strong boundaries for yourself and you're independent, you're not codependent, then you're able to really anchor this in. And I feel like that's what they're inspiring you to do. There's a lot of potential here. I feel like this is you having the confidence, okay? Because you have healed through what many people are trying to get on the other side of. You can share this perspective, this big picture thinking. I feel like there's inspired ideas that come from this experience. When we're trying to work through our karmic relationships, it's all for the soul growth. Sometimes, conflict does provide benefits here. I feel like this is kind of, understanding that we're on a planet that's dense and has a lot of polarity. I wanted to point out that something strong that you were meant to do here, which is again like being creative and visionary, is to find ways to bring unconsciousness to light. So it's like you're part of a consciousness type movement. Maybe it is related to your belief systems. Okay, so there's like a recognition of that. But again, like this is the third card that is talking about karmic severances and relationships and clearing and releasing and the whole transformation process. So very heavy on that messaging. Is there anything else with that deck? No. Is there anything you want me to highlight here? No. Okay. Just checking. All right, so we're going to move into the Divine Masters deck. All right. see here. Let me do a quick shuffle again. To me, yeah, I feel like this was a very much like strong spiritual experience here. Okay. Thank you. All right, Paul the Venetian, revealing hidden talents, and this is like an opportunity to shine. Okay, rise and shine, Transformers. Here we are. All right, I feel like it's not quite time yet, but, and then again, like, look at bottom of the deck is the paradigm shift. Serapis Bay, activation to grow and to make the necessary change. All right, so I was picking up on that big time. Like, it's observe what's going on around you. I'm not saying like don't stand up for a cause. Certainly that's why you're here. But I feel like, you know, the false idols, the false systems, the beliefs that, you know, this, that, and the other, like there is this need to be observant. Lady Portia, there are limitations, right? Like Mother Earth is going through limitations, and even this card says karmic release on it. So letting go of the need to be right and doing what's best for the greater good. Okay, so I feel like there is this process of like picking your battles. Like sometimes it's good just to let things go so that there can be transformation. So that's beautiful. I think she's supporting us with that. Mary Magdalene, the sacred vessel. You are the answer and you're being guided to your purpose. The great severing. So sometimes it's hard to leave things behind because it's all you've known. But I feel like this is something that you deep down know that like you're being called to do. Okay. This is you being in your most authentic self and you expressing that. Okay. And not being afraid to express it. Okay. Mary Magdalene is very strong energy. Right. It's like this, whatever's been suppressed, right, with this throat chakra activation. I feel like Mary Magdalene's voice, her energy, you know, has been suppressed. I feel like there is balance being restored here for that. There is an acceleration playing out here. There is a light activation. Hathor, I feel like standing in your light. Okay, this is you saying yes to change. This is you ending a cycle. This is you embracing that paradigm shift, that energetic shift you're being asked to make. And there is new information coming in that you're going to have to jump in. There's an adventure of some kind. All right, I feel like you are absolutely moving into a portal, okay, a timeline of prosperity. You are attracting health, wealth, and happiness. Okay, these are your rewards. This is what you're meant to create here and experience. Okay, which is awesome. All right, so this defensive list, righting past wrongs and uprooting. Mother Mary. This is about having divine experiences as well as like not being afraid of being powerful. Yeah, I feel like, you know, sometimes you're like, you know, you know, you're not a perfect human. I feel like this is you, you know, not shaming yourself for being perfectly imperfect. I'm also getting like, you know, this is you realizing like what you are experiencing is part of the process, right? So you may be having these like divine experiences and connecting with these energies and seeing these things and having these beautiful experiences, and you're just like, this can't be, I think I'm losing my shit. So I feel like there's a bit of like confirmation, like what you are experiencing is not your imagination. I mean, it is to a certain extent, but it's not. So I feel like they don't want you to be afraid of your spiritual abilities, your gift, or your purpose. You have a lot of support here. You have both Marys here. One right on top of the other. And then we have Saint Germain here, which is who we opened this reading with. Okay. Okay, he helps us with the violet flame. Yeah, and so you very much could be having like through these light activations, okay? These attunements, these angelic attunements here, you very much could be having more interactions clairvoyantly, clear seeing, clear knowing, clear sensing, an increase in your psychic awareness. Your sensitivity is expanding, and they really, really want you to trust your intuition and the messages that you receive, okay? This is letting you know that putting a priority on being a clear channel. I have, again, bottom of the deck, Saint Germain, violet flame energy, alchemy, releasing the old and making way for the new, okay? And this is like collective, this is individual, big emphasis on karmic clearing. It's almost like a reset, okay? And so there is a cycle closing out here. So it's like in order to clean, like you can't close the building until everybody's out, right? Like it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. It's like the mall is closing. There is this manifestation vortex. I feel like, again, understanding how important it is that our beliefs make manifest. And I feel like this has been ancient wisdom. And I feel that there has been a manipulation for far too long about what humanity should think and believe. And so I feel like that is also a paradigm shift. And so what we have been told to believe in many cases has been false. Through false idols, false narratives, false propaganda. I feel like it's time for us to connect to the truth. We do have throat chakra activation on a large scale, so, okay? So I feel like we're going to see and hear some truths. Try to be objective and use your discernment when it comes to a lot of this information that is coming out. And just remember your thoughts and what you give attention to, attract and create. And this is about like your big picture thinking. This is about being that visionary and anchoring in inspired ideas, sharing inspired ideas, maybe manifesting inspired ideas, because there is this strong ability here. There's some strong energy here that is meant to be used for higher purpose. There is a mystical knowing playing out, breaking boundaries and having personal experiences of God, and not having to look outside of yourself to have a connection with the Creator. I feel like that is also the false narrative, that you're being saved by somebody outside of yourself. You're the one who saved you, no one else. Okay? There is like a sacred connection coming in. There is something that is divine. There is a major lesson that you experience with others. There is synchronicities playing out, and these are the archangels Metatron and Sandalphon. All right, there's a sacred connection here. I have Ishtar, so this is like inner learnings, following your heart, and the truth prevails, okay? So listening to your heart above everything else, like going within to know how you're feeling with this information and connecting to how you're feeling. Because oftentimes we receive information through those portals of sensitivity, okay? So it's like you checking in with yourself to know what's resonating, what's not resonating, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what feels off, what does feel fine. Like, you know, what that person just said, does that feel like truth to me? Is that something I align with? If I don't align with it, does it mean it's wrong or evil? No, it just means I don't align with it. Maybe someone else does and that works for them. I feel like there's this like filtering that needs to be applied when you are hearing like information. I feel like going within is really going to help with a lot of what you are trying to receive. Signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. Yeah, I feel like you're meant to work with those on the other side to channel information. I feel like, again, the throat chakra is really important. The light activation as well, and being and having like this open heart chakra, strong psychic awareness and sensitivity here. So I feel like there will be, you know, there's a specific purpose here. It's like being able to channel inner sacred learnings, okay? For the sake of creating a new earth experience. And so in order to do that, you know, it does take inspired ideas. It is visionary. It is understanding lessons. It is tapping into access to things that are currently not available in this planet or portal. So it's kind of like tapping into other timelines, people, places, spaces, realms, dimensions, experiences, and anchoring the technology that can help with the progress and evolution of Earth. There's a lot of players here. There's a lot that is available to us. It's just about us connecting to it and allowing. And it does require us to do that energetic work. And some of us have, and some of us are in progress. I feel like many of you are in progress. All right, one more card with, we have Hilarion, sorry. Divine emergence, be seen and let the world know your gifts. Like some of you are being asked to really start to trust that you have the abilities to guide others, okay? I feel like many of you do this without even realizing it. So there's that. You know, there is some mission. This is like a mission playing out for many of us, which is beautiful. And if this aligns with you, you know, I'm grateful that we are connecting and we are working together as a team. So I love that for us. I'm just going to pick some of these up. Okay. I'm going to go into a part 2. So, stay tuned.